Welcome to session 2 of our facilitator training. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited to give you an in-depth look at the Earning Money module. Similar to our session yesterday, I'll give you some background information on the module before transitioning into the demo. Let's begin with a brief description. So in Earning Money, participants will reflect and make connections between financial needs and financial goals, and which bank accounts and other available options can help them move closer to those goals. Using critical reflection and analysis, participants are how to bank responsibly while ensuring their money is stored safely. This module guides participants toward making informed decisions about their banking so that they feel confident about the services they receive. The purpose of this module is to itemize and understand earned money through salaries, taxation, and credits, and how to keep money safe and secure through access to banking. The main two goals of this module is that participants will, number one, identify diverse sources of income for comprehensive understanding of their financial reality. And number two, to also recognize the importance of banking and identify different banking options. The topics we will be exploring is to understand your income. We'll be exploring banking, choosing the right account, and also alternative financial services. These topics will promote the user to use skills such as goal setting, navigating bank accounts, accessing money. They will be using analytical skills, self-awareness, and problem solving. As with the module from yesterday, this module also uses the following key elements in its curriculum design, and I will be showing you a demo of the module. So again, we will be exploring the finances theme. We go into study modules, and then we go into the module titled Earning Money. And also, while this loads, maybe I'll go ahead and show you what the facilitator guide looks like for this module. So as always, every facilitator guide includes the goals, purpose, topics, and skills used. And again, we do have a page-by-page script that is very useful as a facilitator. I will draw your attention to the last page of this facilitator guide. The only thing that differs between this one and the one from yesterday is that this one includes some additional resources. These resources are related to the content, and the facilitator is encouraged to review and provide them to anyone who is interested in learning further. While the module is designed to give a great overview of the content, some people who do complete the modules may have additional questions. So this is your resource page as a facilitator to assist in additional learning. Now, since we did a more in-depth guide yesterday, when it came to training, I think today I will just provide the main highlights of this module so we don't have to go through everything page by page, but I will say that this module does follow the same structure as the last one. So we do have introduction pages, we have a check-in page, have several journal moments throughout the program, and we also have a mindfulness exercise. And this one in particular offers the 5 meditation, which is different than the one from yesterday. We include these because we realize that exploring the topic of money can sometimes bring up emotions, so this exercise is used for grounding. The module also includes a really wonderful tracking tool so that this is something that participants can come back to when they begin earning money. I'll show you how it works. Great, so you have an overview of how much you make on either a bi-weekly basis or a weekly basis, and it calculates the monthly income, as well as annually. I wish. But when you do get those numbers, you are able to download a PDF version of this. So add some more alternative financial resources. So this is a really great resource page that showcases alternative financial resources and goes into depth about what they are. Great. And of course, we always end with a quote and a checkout. Wonderful. And then, as always, we do need to record in the professional development portal, we need to record who the facilitator is that completed the module. And then in the adult learning portal, we do need to complete who the client was that completed the module. I'm quickly going to give you a refresher on how to access the digital resources. So the facilitator guide is always in the professional development portal to the bottom right hand of the module card, or sorry, left hand. And then if you'd like to access the journal, this is what the participants will be completing. So you will go into the adult learning portal, and that is located at the same place that the facilitator guide is located. So in green on the bottom left-hand side. Great, so we will take a brief moment to pause for any questions and comments. Again, anything from yesterday, anything from today, or anything that you have in mind as a facilitator. Just so you know, you are able to unmute yourself through the little microphone button. It's red right now, but if you click it, it'll turn to green and you'll be able to speak. We can also follow this up with an email chain or whatever everyone is comfortable with. But regardless, I am available for any questions or comments that do come up throughout this whole process. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me through the email or the phone number up on the screen. I will leave this up in case you need to copy it down, but otherwise, so we have a couple of questions. This one reads, will Yemna be running this portion of the program with Richard and Robin, essentially assisting with the workbooks, or will they be walking the clients through these visual presentations? That's a great question. So this again is completely up to the facilitator. We do recommend that the facilitator will be walking the clients through the visual presentations. My understanding is that everybody will have an iPad, including the facilitator. So the facilitator will be able to go through the module as well, and also prompt the user to go to the next page or click the begin button when there are activities. And it is great to have some people as well assisting with the workbooks as they go along with the program. I hope that answers your question.
Sorry, and just to add a bit more, so the main facilitator actually will be Yuna, will be facilitating, but Robin and Richard will be there to support. So if any questions are asked, that they know the module. So if any questions are asked from participants, but it'll be actually Yuna who will be facilitating the workshops.
Yes, that's a great point. I also have another question that reads, can the PDFs be printed from the iPads for the participants? So we recommend that the PDFs are printed beforehand from a computer. There are ways to print from an iPad. I believe the same way that you would print from a computer, you are able to print from an iPad as well. So if the iPad is linked up to a printer, the page that you want to print will open up in a new tab and you can print it from there. But again, it is better to have all PDFs printed ahead of time. If you are referring to the budget tracking tool, that one you would definitely need to hook up your iPad to a printer. Otherwise, a screenshot of it can be taken. So you just press the power button and the volume up button. It will take a screenshot for you and that will be saved to your photos, and you can also print it from there.
And from our end for the Secure Your Future project, we'll make sure that you have copies of all printed material that you'll need.
Yes. I'm also getting some feedback that the unmute button isn't working. I actually had the same problem at the beginning with GoToWebinar, so I just had to keep clicking the microphone button until it worked. If not, you are able to type in your questions through the question bar. This question is, will you be live during these sessions if the client has direct questions? If you mean me, no, I won't be there live, but the facilitator should be prepared to answer direct questions relating to the alternative resources and additional resources in the back of the facilitator guide. And if you're referring to just general questions, I'll be happy to assist.
Also, sorry, Yumna will be live when she is delivering the workshop, obviously over like a Zoom. So if they have questions, she'd be able to answer them as well. And as for the iPads, if they have access, if you have access, we have sent 3 to CECC. So I'm not sure if you have them. They're being tested. And we have the other ones at our office. We're just waiting for the 3 to be tested from your end.
Hey, it's just Martin here. Just clarification for our staff. So when they're presenting or when this course is being presented, so there will be a Springboard staff who will be presenting over the video, correct?
Absolutely, it'll be Yumna.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. So they're not. It's almost not anything against. It just almost sounded like they were saying that they were going to be alone, just presenting this, but Springboard staff will be presenting. Our staff can communicate with Yuma or Yumna while she's presenting, and then they can ask questions back and forth, and they can just facilitate the actual program as opposed to answering questions and needing a good knowledge base of the actual program.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay,
So this
okay.
training is just, yeah, to get them familiar with what will be going on in the classroom and how they can support.
Yes, so sorry for any confusion, but there will absolutely be support, and Yumna will be supported as well if she needs additional help.
I just got an email from Richard, and he just wants you to know that he does have the iPads, but for some reason they can't unmute their program.
Okay, well that's
All right.
good to know. And
I think
the
they had the same
iPads,
problem. They had the same problem yesterday too. They were unable to unmute also yesterday.
I feel like GoToWebinar has had a couple of glitches, so I'm just going to review this with the tech team. If we do do any other facilitator training in the future, maybe we'll go through Zoom.
Or is it possible to do it through Teams? Because we've got Teams and we're actively involved with Teams, and they're quite familiar with using Teams.
Absolutely, that's excellent
Yeah,
feedback. We
yeah,
can definitely do this in Teams as well.
yeah.
Great. So the iPads are equipped with the modules as well as the digital resources, so the facilitator guides and the journals as well. And we did send a copy of the journals and facilitator guides printed, so hopefully he has access to all of that. But otherwise, I look forward to chatting with you all further in the future. We will definitely do another meeting through Teams, but in the meantime, as I mentioned, please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any further questions. Thanks everybody so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day.